Krishna, Krishna.
Hari Om and welcome back to a fun time with Krishna. Story time. Krishna became the delight of everyone, especially the gopis of Vrindavan. All the gopis loved Krishna so much, so much, so much. And Krishna, for their love, would do anything. Still a little cute, chubby boy, he would go, sometimes tease the gopis, and the gopis used to be very delighted. Even if they complained to Yashoda Maya, it was always to just go and see Krishna. And when Yashoda Maya used to get angry with Krishna, they used to say, Maya, he's only a little kid. You should not be angry with him. And Yashoda Maya would say, you keep complaining about him and you tell not to be angry. They said, no, he's so cute, he's so charming. And that's how he used to charm everybody. He used to sing sometimes in his sweet voice, just like you can sing with your sweet voice. Sometimes he used to dance for them. Sometimes he used to pretend to be a big, mighty wrestler. He used to take his sandals and he used to slap it on his arms and say, can you see how strong I am? How strong I am? And the gopis used to be giggling and laughing seeing Krishna do all this. But they just loved him. And so did he love all the people. One day, it was afternoon. It was getting hot. And there was a woman who had traveled from a long distance with a basket of fruits, trying to sell fruits. But whole day, nobody had bought any fruits from her. If she went back home without money, without grains, what would she feed her children? So, carrying her basket on her head, she went around saying, buy fruits, sweet fruits, tasty fruits. But nobody bought. But little Krishna, who heard this, quickly gathered some rice in his hand and his small, tiny hands. And from the portions from his finger, even that rice was falling away. And he came to that fruit woman and said, will you give me some fruits? She thought to herself that if I give away fruits like this, how will I collect food for my children? So at first she looked at him and he said, I have brought you some grains. And she saw this little child asking her fruits. At the same time, all the grains had fallen away from the fingers. And with just few grains in his hand, he says, can you sell me some fruits? She was so touched with his smile, his gesture, that she forgot all the money, all the grains, and she filled his hands with as many fruits as she could fill. And Krishna, looking at her with his charming face, gave her a smile, saying from his heart, thank you. And he went inside. She gave the fruits. She didn't ask for any money for it. And she was thinking, how will I feed my children? But she was so happy giving the fruits to that little Krishna who came with little grains in his hand to buy the fruits. that she didn't worry. She just carried her fruit basket back home, and to her delight, did you know what Krishna had filled the baskets with? They were no longer fruits, they were filled with gold, jewels. And she did not know that the one whom she fed with her sweet fruits was the very Lord of Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. You give just so little to Krishna with your heart, wanting nothing in return. Krishna fills you up with plentiful. She was so overjoyed, and little did she know before that that child whom she gave with so much love the fruits was none other than the Lord of the universe. Now Krishna started growing up, but the people of Vrindavan, of Gokul, they loved Krishna so much that they were so concerned that they went up to Krishna's father Nanda Baba and said, Nanda, this place is no longer safe for your child Krishna, because one by one these demons, or maybe sent by Kamsa, this place is not conducive for children, not safe for children. And especially, we do not know why all this is happening for your little boy. But let's go to a place where there is beautiful forest, there is grass and pasture for the cows. That place is Vrindavan. Let us go. See, all of them were thinking only about the safety and welfare of Krishna and the children. Nand Baba agreed. He said, this place, Kamsa, is very close by. He's sending all his demons. Let us go to Vrindavan. And everyone carrying their pots and all their household things on carts that were decorated with flowers and bells, and Mother Yashoda, Mother Rohini, along with their Krishna and Balram sitting in these carts, and all of them singing lovely songs, and all of them praising Krishna and all that Krishna has done, constantly remembering. And Mother Yashoda and Rohini holding their little boys with them, feeling so proud of their little boys, and rubbing their hair, touching their cheeks, giving them warm hugs and kisses. Don't we like it when mamas do that? Mamas can do that right now. And they were so proud, and they were in the arms, and they reached Vrindavan. And Vrindavan was so beautiful. There were peacocks everywhere. There were beautiful rabbits running there. There were squirrels around. And these boys, these children, grew up in Vrindavan now. Now, they used to go, and there near Vrindavan flowed the river Yamuna. A beautiful sandy banks. And now that the boys were growing up, they went and started playing there. Their mothers now started training them to become cowherds. And these cowherd boys were now only taught to take some responsibility, dressing them up beautifully and making them wear nice jewelries, combing their hair, their curly hair, and especially Krishna with his curly hair, his charming face, putting on him bracelets, and also on his feet anklets with little bells, and tying on his head a band which Krishna puts the peacock feather on. So beautiful the children used to look, and they used to go to the forest. One day in the forest, While they were grazing the cows, one asura, one demon, and Kamsa went on sending demons after demons, and every time a demon did not come back, and he heard that they went to harm Krishna, but they only disappeared. Because after all, where Krishna is there, no harm can come to the children. While they were playing one day, the calves were grazing, and Sri Krishna, who is always watchful of his calves, realized that amongst the calves there was one awkward calf. He was pushing other calves, he was harming other calves. And Krishna called Balram by his side, his elder brother, and said, Balram, can you see? Balram said, what? There, see. Amongst all the calves, there is this one calf that is agitated, pushing other calves. It is not a calf. It is a demon in form of a calf. And you wait here, watch the boys. And little Krishna, he went as though he's just going in between the calves and caught hold of that calf by its hind leg, back leg, and its tail, and that little Krishna swirled that calf around and around and around and around and around and around. That calf got so dizzy, and that little boy threw that calf and went flying and fell on a branch of a tree, and all its fruit came falling down, and he also changed his form. He was disguised as a calf. He was pretending to be an innocent calf. Sometimes, amongst good children, good people, good cows also, one bad one can come. And if we don't check them out, they can harm others. The calves could not tell, but Krishna was very watchful. Krishna saw it. And then that calf, which fell on the branch, and the fruits fell down, tupuk, 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 and the Gopa boys were stunned. That calf turned into a terrible looking demon and himself fell down, bringing the branch of the fruits and fell down on the ground. The Gopa boys were not surprised at all. By now they knew Krishna is their champion. Krishna is their protector. And they went and picked up all the fruits and they ate them. Swish! They ate all the fruits and they fed Krishna. Meanwhile, this mighty demon, Vatsasur, was killed. Always be careful. Sometimes, pretending to be innocent calves, there are some bad people. If you see them, you must tell and see that they do not harm you or others. Vatsasur was dead. These Gopas would come back and tell their mothers how great Krishna is. But for them, Krishna was their little baby, like all their babies, their little boys and their little girls. They would not worry of what these boys said. Only they used to say that these boys, they talk too much. They exaggerate too much. Everything small, they make it very big. But the Gopa boys now were fearless, because if Krishna is your friend, why is there anything to fear? Again, one day they were on the banks of the river Yamuna. And while they were playing on the banks of the river Yamuna, they were playing different games. Sometimes with the ball, they used to throw the ball and somebody had to go and catch the ball. They played many, many games on the banks of the river Yamuna. They even put sand on themselves, and in the sunlight, with their little pearly dews of perspiration, the sand particles used to shine and they looked so brilliant, so beautiful. And the Gopas, for them, Krishna was their bestest friend. One day, while they were playing on the banks of the river Yamuna, suddenly a huge, so huge heron, or you can say a stork. Have you seen that duck-looking bird which has got long beaks that keeps standing in the water as though it is meditating, but sees a fish and sends the pointed beak to eat the fish. But this heroine had not come there to eat the fish. He was Bakka. Bakka was the brother of Bakki. Acha, Bakka was the brother of Bakki? Yes. He was the brother of Bakki. And you know who was Bakki? Bakki was the other name of Putna. You remember the Putna who gave Krishna poison milk? This one was Bakasur. And he had come like a huge stork, like a heron, like a duck with a long, sharp beak. And he wanted to snap Krishna in his beak. And he came charging with his feathers, and he was called as Bakka because he made the sound buck 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 buck. All the children heard such a buck 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 buck. Sometimes your mummy also will say, "Now don't do too much buck buck." So when you just go on talking, sometimes it gets irritating. But he was making such a loud sound, buck 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 buck. The children got so frightened they just stood there, and that stork came and in his large spread beak took Krishna into it and snapped it closed. Everybody stood there, terrified. But suddenly, he opened and coughed out because he tried to swallow Krishna, but by the time Krishna touched his tongue started burning. Not just like when you eat a very, very strong jalapeno chili or jalapeno, when your mouth burns. It was not even like that. His mouth was on fire, and he spit out Krishna at that time and went buck 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 buck. And when Krishna came out, the boys were so relieved that Krishna is saved. But as Krishna was on the floor, Bakasur came charging again. Buck, 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 buck. But Krishna did not run away. His Gopas were behind him. His friends were behind him. And before the Bakasur could eat up Krishna and the little children, he caught the beak of Bakka with both his hands, the upper beak and the lower beak. Bakka tried to go, but Krishna pulled his beak, and that little Krishna, it seems that his arms become bigger, 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 bigger. So big became his hands and Bakasur's beak. He suddenly tore open his beak, and Bakasur, like you take a blade of grass, and when you split that grass, was split into two, and all the Gopas were safe. And they were cheering away, Bolo Krishna Kanhaiya Lal Ki Jai! Krishna Kanhaiya Lal Ki Jai! Krishna Kanhaiya Lal Ki Jai! And they knew that Krishna was there for protecting all the children, for the welfare of all the children. And as long as Krishna is near, there is nothing to fear. Because Krishna is there for the well-being of everybody. Now you remember the prayer I had taught you? Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. Let us pray that so that Krishna protects us from all harm, protects us from all illness, makes everybody happy, and doesn't allow anyone to suffer. Let us pray together. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। Krishna Krishna